Hello everyone, another Klaus here, and today guys I'm gonna review a Bionicle set from 2008, from the second wave of 2008 in fact, and it's a canister set, so not a Titan set, even if I still miss some Titans from 2008, but also I missed, yes, I missed in fact, because no I got it, I missed the last canister set of 2008, which is Gorast. So, here's the canister. So, of course, it's a 2008 canister from second wave. So, this means we have the magnificent Mask of Light canister lid, and of course, it's kind of two-faced, because we've got the kind of the ruined face right here with all the scraps and stuff like that, kind of destroys. And of course, on the other side, if you bought a Toa, this will be the front side of the box. It's all crisp and clear and really nice and shiny. So really a nice canister again. And of course, the color is lime green because one of the main color of Gorast, which is this Makuta, is lime green. So the other stuff are quite traditional. So this means we have the traditional 2008 feeling for the front illustration. So this means Bionicle, Gorast, the dark blue color used on the borders, and then of course the main picture, which is more like clear because the background is from the swamp. So this means light green, light blue, stuff like that. So really nice, and of course Gorast right here. Then you got the Mystica right in there, the Azure Foundation, set numbers, the Lego logo, and I think that's quite all for the front part of the canister. Then on the side you got Bionicle whitened on the canister, plus some picture of a Cardinal walk or flying walk, I can say so. And then on the back, of course, the famous gimmick of 2008, which means you can link a Makuta to Matoran, the same goes for Toa and the Matoran. And of course, because there are not a second wave of Matoran, you're kind of forced to use the Matoran from the first wave. And so this time it's Wadiak, the one Matoran, which you're supposed to put on the back of Gorast. Then you can put Gorast, of course, in the canister. So this gimmick is like I've been around for like tons of years, since in fact the Slicers or Robots in the US. Then you got the Ninwa Ghost Blaster right there, and of course the six face pictures of all the six canisters. So this means Galit, Tahu, Onua in the Toa side, excuse me, yes, and then Krika, Gorast, and Bitil on the Makuta side, because you have to know that in 2008 each wave come with 3 Toa and 3 Makuta. That was the first time, and so I think the only time, because there weren't really good or bad guys in 2009 apart from the Skrull or the Strolus. And that's all for the box. This is the canister. Then for the instruction booklet, so you will find the same front pictures but cropped on the legs and on the wings also, whereas the sorting out of the part, which is quite useless on the canister side, that is for me, but canister set, excuse me, not the canister side, but the canister set. But well, for younger builders maybe it's useful. Then you can build this guy you're supposed to build this guy in even step. I don't really count the sub steps, even if it's not really something incredible. Then you got the parts list right here. Again, the gimmick with the Matoran Makuta link, and again the 6 faces of the 6 canisters, well, the 1 faces per canister, and of course 6 canisters released in this second wave of 2008. The Lego Club ad and the Win ad with Agnes, and of course it was before we got the Screaming Kid, which is of course a lot more cooler than this, as we all know. And then for the set inside guy, so we're gonna begin, of course, traditional style with the bottom part. So this means the legs. So we're gonna of course have the traditional Metro pelvis part right here, which is black. Of course, yes, the color scheme is black, lime green, touch of silver, dark gray, and some kind of a trans white color. We're gonna see that later on, more like a clear white color, in fact. So we got this Metro pelvis, and then we're gonna have some original legs this time, because they are made from some Cartawan limbs. So this time it's already 90 degrees bended part, which is really infamous because it sucks really hard, at least in my opinion, for the little sets, for their posability. So This time they come in lime green. I think they were released before in lime green in Mutron, and maybe in greyish. I don't really know, I'm not really sure, I have to say, but I think that maybe they were just released in Gorast and in Mutron, in fact. Then we're gonna have a little connector, excuse me, in black, which is quite interesting because these parts come rarely in black. I think you got one of them in Takanuva, also in Beetle, and in some other set I forget about, but it's quite, well, so it's quite useful for mockers, of course. And then, because it's not like another legs, we're gonna link, of course, because there is two connectors, we're gonna link a Ordica neck, and then link this new feet part, which is more like a claw, in fact, so which is a part of the two new claws, of two new mold claws. Closed mold, excuse me, released in 2008. So we got this one with the little green fade, as you can see, so black with some lime green fade, and it's look pretty nice. Of course, we got like two pin axle oil, one here, one on the other side, and of course one axle wide design, which is already, of course, bended into the foot. And of course, the two legs are the same, and as you have seen, they are quite original. Then we're gonna talk about the upper part of the body. So we're gonna use the, again, famous Inika body frame, well, body torso, well, torso frame, whatever you want, in dark gray, which is quite strange because this is the only part in dark gray apart from this or the next pieces. Then we're gonna link the arms, and again, unlike the other canister sets, we're gonna just have this Kalatoran limb, so the same, in fact, arms used right here. Then the hands, which is a normal one, and then the second type of new claws from 2008, which is this one in silver, and which was also released before in a I don't really remember the set in which it was released. Oh yes, we can find this in Toatoi, for example. And then one of the new parts again is the wings, which are quite unique to this set, and they are quite strange because they are kind of a clear color with already a strange texture, as you can see, which have a strange effect on your eyes, I have to say. So it's really an interesting part and really a cool one, which can be used as a wings, as a sword, stuff like that. So just let your imagination just go wild with this part, and it goes like one axle and one pinhole. And of course we got two of them because they're supposed to be wings. We're gonna link that on this pins right here. And then the interesting part of this set is that in fact it's the first and also only canister set to have multiple limbs, in fact multiple arms. Because of course in 2004 we got like Quaka, yes, she's called like that, Quaka, or also some combiner model from 2005, but well, they were combiners model with different arms. Then we got Nocturne, but it was a wire set. So in fact, Gorast is the first and I think also only set to have like 6 arms. The first canister set, not to confound with a combiner one or a Titan one. So it is the only one, and so that's why we have to use, oh yes, excuse me, I've just that's why it's used just in fact little Kalatoran arms, well, as arms in fact. So we're gonna link the two new arms on a Metru Vaki pelvis part. Then we're gonna of course link this E-shaped part, which is useful to link the Kalatoran to this guy. I'm not really sure I have still some Kalatoran left. I think they're all destroyed. Yes, kind of. So we're gonna use again the same Kalatoran arm, connector, and then the same claw used as the feet. And there you got the Ninwa Ghost Blaster. Yes, I think it's called like that. Yes, and yes, before I forget, because I just remember that in fact I didn't show that in my French review, but well, you're just supposed to press this big part like that, and it's launched. In fact, pretty well. Well, at least it works better than the launching wheel from the Robo Riders toy line. For those who have saw my review, who have seen my review, in fact, of the Robo Riders, not really last week, but the weeks again before. So we're gonna link this section to these two pinhole. No, these two pins, excuse me, not pinholes, and here we go. And now for the head, so we got a connector, then a metro arm, a second connector which is linked with two back eyes, and this connector will be linked, yes, directly to an already molded axle in the head mold. So this is this one, which is of course look like an mosquito, if I can say so. Of course, and of course you can see that it's black with some lime green fade, which is look pretty nice. We're gonna link that right here, excuse me, and that's all. The model is done. So, we're gonna do the turnaround. Then we're gonna talk about the articulation of this set, articulations, excuse me, of this set, and then we'll be done. I will do a little, of course, sum up to conclude. So the articulations, first of all, the legs. So we got like 3 parts of articulation, which are quite not the same as the traditional canister set, but still it works quite the same, so you can do stuff like that. Then this part right here can go up, of course, but can go up to this point, which is pretty impressive, of course. And the same goes for the feet, which can go up this point or all the way down right here. So it's really well articulated, plus the fact that this time, unlike the traditional canisters legs articulations, you can turn this part on the sides, like this, for example, if you want. So you can go up to this point, which is in fact pretty impressive. And then you got the arms articulation, which are less impressive because, of course, we just got like 2 ball joints because we used counter arms with no other parts. So this means 2 articulation, of course, well, works quite well, quite okay. The same goes for this one, plus a rotation point for the wings, which is not really interesting for wings because we have seen better wings design in the previous 2008 set. Just for example, BT, which really got interesting wings linked to some slicer's arm, in fact. But this time, they really the main purpose, of course, of this set was to have 6 arms, not complex wings. And then you've got the head. Excuse me, the head, which got like 2 points of articulation. So again, you can do stuff like that or like this if you want. So really turn on the side without any problem. So the head and the legs are really pretty well articulated. And I think that's all. So I'm gonna pause this guy and we're gonna do a little sum up. So is this guy worth it or not? We're gonna see that right now. Yeah, like this. Yeah, badass mosquito. So we're gonna. So yes, first of all, the color scheme, lime green and black. Well, mostly, of course, I don't count the silver or dark gray. Well, this black and lime green color scheme is not really original because we have seen tons of lime green based color scheme in 2007, excuse me, and even in 2008 with, for example, Mutron or even Niwa, which used lime green and dark gray. So it's not really original. It's still quite well. It's okay. But I have to say seriously that the dark gray part in the middle, which is not really, I don't really see why it's here. So see, it's not really eye-catching because it's dark gray, so it's really a color which can hide easily in all type of color scheme. But still, I'm not really sure that black indicator frame would have looked better, in fact, because it doesn't really have any armor. So without armor, I don't really think it would have looked better. But I don't know. And of course, it could have been in a silver color because the silver color is used for the toa from the second wave. You know that the Makuta got the black as a secondary colors and the toa got the silver as a secondary color in their color scheme in the second wave. So well, the wings are also clear, but it's not really a problem because they are wings after all, so that's okay. But seriously, the dark gray part, it's not really could have done maybe better. I don't really know, but could have been better, I think. Then you got the construction, which is again not really interesting apart from the legs, which are pretty unique, and also the fact that this is a canister with 4 arms. Also the head can be interesting, but seriously, apart from this little aspect, it's nothing really interesting, plus the fact that like 50% of the build is mostly Matoran build, because, well, the arms are just some Matoran arms, so nothing really complex right here. So, well, so see, apart from the fact that it's a 4-armed canister and the legs are pretty original, again, it's okay, but nothing really impressive or awesome. Then you got the part selection, which this time, in the contrary, it's pretty great, because, well, you got like 4 clothes like that with the little lime green fade, which is really unique to this set. So 4 of them, cool. You also got this type of rings right here, 2 of them. The unique head, which was not really used anywhere again. So again, pretty unique. The same goes for the wings, which just appeared in this model, at least at for my knowledge. And then the arms, which also I think just appeared, well, I don't really sure they appear in the Gorast set from the 2010 stars, but they of course appear in Mutuan and just in this set. So again, if you want parts like that, you got 6 of them in this set, so it's quite unique. So again, the part selection for this set is pretty great. Seriously, it's all full of interesting parts for mockers. Also the little double connector in black, which are pretty useful, even if they break quite easily because of the new type of connectors mod, which is just it's some just kind of bad quality. Now for the overall design, I think. Well, the overall design, well, in fact, the overall, if you just look at the overall, it's pretty cool, because, well, I mean, it's the first canister model to have like 4 arms. It got the wings like a mosquito. Of course, it's overly shaped like a mosquito. Well, and you can clearly see that with the head, of course, with the little claws, stuff like that. It's pretty cool, but when you look in details, in fact, this models kind of suck because it's really bland. I mean, for example, here the parts are just well, they are just like that. There is no little armor which is added or stuff like that. No, it's just the parts like that with no more addition. The same goes for the body, which is in fact just the same Indica body but put in the other way. So nothing again really interesting right here. And the same goes for the arms, which of course are just one part, so they are pretty simple. So again, the overall design is pretty cool, but when you look on details, it's kind of suck, I have to admit, because there is no detail at all. So I think it's a good model to revamp, because you can add some little parts and still keep the mosquito fin aspect of the model, but still trying to add some parts to make it look better, I think, even if I'm not really a fan of revamp, seriously. But that's all. So overall, it's like the other Makuta. I mean, it's pretty original, it's pretty different than the other Makuta. The color scheme is quite interesting, but still it has some drawbacks. And again, it's not really a wonderful set. It's not like a must-have set. It's not like a wow set. I mean, it's just a pretty overall set. It's got some good points, like the part selection, which is really great. It's like the overall design, which is also pretty unique. And then you got some parts which are quite some problems, like all the carton arms, which is quite well, it's quite a shame for canister size set, if I can say so, and stuff like that. But overall, a pretty good Makuta. Of course, if you collection the Makuta, of course it's a must-have for you. But apart from that, I think apart if you need the parts, or if you really a guy who wants all the collections, you can't just wall cover, if I can say so, this set, because it's not maybe one of the most interesting sets from 2008. But also, seriously, I think that's maybe really an subjective point of view, because I'm not really a fan of 2008 canister set, I have to admit, seriously. There is none of the sets really impressed me, so, well, I mean, this guy is quite, in terms of 2000 canister sets, this guy is quite good, because he's got a unique design, pretty nice set, pretty nice part, and if you don't really look too much into the details, it will be a great addition to your storyline, to your collection. So overall, nice set, nothing really awesome, nothing really outstanding, but still it's an okay set. So hope you enjoy this review, guys. Hope you enjoy this set. Of course, if you have any question on this set or just comments about the video or the stuff, feel free to ask them on my. Feel free to post them, in the comments section of this video. And well, that's all. So see you later, guys, for another Lego video review. Bye bye.